Vedanta Shupatita? Writing the verse?
Is there a verse, or if it's in prose?
It's very long, yes, it's
yeah,
very long.
then
It's
we
in
are not
prose.
writing.
Yeah. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Bharani ki jai, Shri Shri Gauranitai ki jai. Take which time?
Usually 8:30.
8:30. It's needed microphone. They can hear something.
Yashodanandana Rajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Rajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Jayurada Madhava Kunja Vihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Oh Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jayo Radha Madhava Oh Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Oh Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jayo Radha Shri Shri Radha Madhava ki Jai Srimad Bhagavatam Grantha Raja ki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Welcome to the Bhagavatam class. We are continuing reading today from 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. We are on the chapter 8, entitled The Character of Bharat Maharaj. So text 20. We will just read because it's in prose. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Apisvit akrita shukritam agatyamam shukayishyati harina raja kumaro vivida ruchira darshaniya nija mrigadharaha vindair asantasham svanam apanudan. So translation word by word. Apisvit, whether it will. Akrita shukritam, who has never executed any pious activities. Agatya, coming back. Mam, to me. Sukhaishyati, give pleasure. Harina Raja Kumara, the deer, who was just like a prince because of my taking care of it exactly like a son. Too long. Yes, sorry. Because of my taking care of it exactly like a son. So, who was just like a prince because of my taking care of it exactly like a son. So you can see three words in Sanskrit, Arina Raja Kumara, such a long, Vivida, various, yes. Ruchira, very pleasing. Darshaniya, to be seen. Nija, own. Mrigadaraka, befitting the calf of the deer. Vinodai, by pleasing activities. Asantosham, the unhappiness. Yes, santosh is happiness, as asantosh is unhappiness. Svanam, of his own kind. Apanudan, driving away. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. That deer is exactly like a prince. When will it return? When will it again display its personal activities which are so pleasing? When will it again pacify a wounded heart like mine? I certainly must have no pious assets, otherwise the deer would have returned by now. Purport. Out of strong affection, the king accepted the small deer as if it were a prince. This is called moha. Due to his anxiety over the deer's absence, the king addressed the animal as though it were his son. Out of affection, anyone can be addressed as anything. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam yena bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Bande Shri Guru Dinataranam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Again, translation, that deer is exactly like a prince. When will it return? When will it again display its personal activities which are so pleasing? When will it again pacify a wonderful heart like mine? I certainly must have no pious assets. Otherwise the deer would have returned by now. Yeah, I've seen also in you the tendencies to laugh about this, no? But actually, if we are thinking that Bharat Maharaj, he was a real great personality. You can imagine, he was the emperor of the world. The Bharat Varsha, it came from his name. He was the emperor of the world. And he gave up everything. He gave up everything and he went in a secluded place and started to practice spiritual endeavor, spiritual practices, very seriously, actually. I don't know if we can really understand what means, to be the emperor of the world and to have so many material facility and power, so much power, and so much influence on everyone, and not only on people, because Vedic kings, they were considered to give protection, and protection to everyone, included all living entities, including the animals, including the trees. They will be the perfect person in charge of environmental care. And this is proof in the story when Kali meet Parikshit Maharaj. And Parikshit Maharaj, he was so upset with him because he saw that he was beating the bull. And he beat already in 3 legs and he wanted to destroy also the 4 legs. That they are representing the principle of religion. And so he wanted to kill him. But Kali say, please have mercy on me. I am one of the Praja. You are the emperor and you have to take care of all Prajas. So I am also one of them. Be merciful to me. Give me a place where to stay. They say, he was thinking about it. He said, yes, you are right. Yes, I give you a place where to stay. He said, you can stay in a place where there is a lot of gold and where people, they are addicted to the 4 sinful activities. Because during the kingdom of Maharaj Parikshit, there was not such a place. He was ruling such perfect way that people, they were not at all sinful. And this is what happened when the kings, they are not only kings, ordinary kings, but they are Raja Rishi. They are kings, but with full knowledge of spiritual value, and also they are devotees. They are devotees of the Lord. So, Bharat Maharaj, he was in the same category. But for the sake of the teachings of the Bhagavatam, it seems that he was not so advanced at that point. No? It seems that he was not a pure devotee, the story is teaching us. Why? Because, yes, he followed his, the way, the Vedic culture is teaching, to go to different stages, that first you perform your dharma, and then artha, kama, and then moksha. This is the way how to go. So he was ruling according to the Vedic culture, the Vedic principles, and then he showed that, at certain age, we have to give up. This was the teaching, that even if you are a powerful king, at a certain point, for your spiritual benefit, you have to give up. And then retire in the forest. And Srila Prabhupada was saying that then it will become applied to the cities. Sometimes big politicians, they were following this system, and in order to go next step, they were not going on the forest, but they were going begging door to door, just to develop the humility. So you can imagine you are a big politician, and then suddenly you have to go next step, give up your proud. Because when you are famous, to become famous, it bring naturally to become proud. And proudness is not helping for spiritual advancement, not at all. So, Bharat Maharaj followed this principle. He went to the forest, retired, and then improved his spiritual practices according to what he learned. And then we know the story. I was not here, but probably now we are text 20. Already many, they explain the story of Bharat Maharaj. He was there and suddenly he became attached to this deer. You know how. And this is show how even great personality, they understood and they went through the different path, they can again become attached. So this is a great teaching for us. To be careful, because sometimes we are thinking, oh, I am already detached from this and that, I am so transcendental, and then I can behave like this and like that. And we have seen that this don't help. We have to be always careful. Prabhupada say that we have to be always fearful of Maya. Say, devotee don't need fear, nothing. Because Krishna is protecting the devotee. But one thing we should always fear, Maya. And here is mentioned, in the purport. Prabhupada explained here. He said, due to his anxiety over the deer's absence, the king, out of strong affection, the king accepted the small deer as if it were a prince. This is called moha. Moha is illusion. Illusion is Maya. Is moha. Can you imagine, Bharat Maharaj has a family. He already gave up his family. He has son, and they were prince. He gave up already this. But he was considering, this means, he was considering this deer as a prince, the verse say here. So he developed again attachment. So we can see that sometimes we are physically become detached from something in the gross way. But in the subtle way, we are still attached. This has happened, for example, when someone is approaching Krishna consciousness, and then it's just, a few days or few weeks or few months or few years sometime in Krishna consciousness. And then he strongly preached to the other, that you should not smoke and this and that, and in a heavy way, And then you can feel that, okay, he detached in the gross way, he stepped back from these sinful activities, but still in the subtle way he's still attached. Because if you are not attached, you will develop another way how to help people understand how this is not good. You will develop empathy to the others, and with soft heart, compassion and mercy has to arise when we are trying to share Krishna consciousness. So here it seems that Bharat Maharaj, he was not completely detached from the subtle attachments. And it came again. They come up again in the form of a deer. And he becomes so attached of this deer in an incredible way. And this moha, this illusion, is very strong, very powerful. Krishna explained in Bhagavad Gita that this Maya is my energy. For this is so strong. And from where is coming this Maya, this Moha, this illusion? In Bhagavad Gita, probably all you know this verse 262. Dhyayato vishayam pumsa shangasteshu prajayate sangat sanjayata kama kamat krodha vijayate. Yes. 62 and 63 they are explaining this. I am reading exactly in English in the proper way. This verse says, why contemplating the object of the senses, a person develops attachment for them, and from such attachment lust develops, and from lust anger arises. And then he continues, Krodha bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibrama. Smriti brahmasad buddhi, nasho buddhi nasat pranashyati. Then he says, from anger, complete delusion arises. And from delusion, bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. And when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material pool. So this is the way. Very nicely described here. What's happened? Dhyayato vishayam pumsa. By contemplating the object of senses, one develops attachment for this. And by developing this attachment, lust develops. Lust this means the desire to enjoy what you are seeing with the senses. You develop this desire to enjoy in a gross way or in a subtle way. In the case of Bharat Maharaj, it was a very subtle way. There is some enjoyment. This deer was bringing him some enjoyment, some pleasure, just by seeing, by how he was going to him. It is described sometimes with his mouth touching him when he was performing his puja and these things. And it's so sweet, so sweet. A small deer, it can be so sweet. And in a subtle way you are enjoying this sweetness. Then from this attachment, anger, lust, and then from lust, anger arises. Why anger? Because often we cannot enjoy it for some reason, but often we cannot really enjoy, and then anger arises. And then from this anger, complete delusion arises, this illusion, because here Krodha, anger, bhavati, sammoha. And Srila Prabhupada translated somewhat from illusion. This is illusion. Why illusion? Because we try many times to enjoy something and we are not really enjoying. Finally, become a distress. But we want to try again. So this is the illusion. We want to try again. This is the illusion. And then this brings this illusion, bewilderment of memory. It means you are losing your memory. You forget what's happened before. And when memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. Then you lose the intelligence. And you try to enjoy again. And then you fall down again in the material pool. This is the way. Can be given an example, just to give an example, how it works. For example, a person who is addicted to alcohol. Then he wants to stop to take alcohol. What's happened? That sometimes he see alcohol and then he try not to see. Why? Because by seeing, contemplating the object of the senses, you develop the desire to enjoy. But then, then you see, then you develop again this tendency to enjoy. And then from this eagerness to get, it rise. And then last in the sense, I want to try again to enjoy. And then from this, anger comes, because there is a conflict inside between the mind and the intelligence. Because the intelligence says, don't do. But then the mind says, yes, take it. And then suddenly, because this lust is arising, then he's losing the memory. He forgot what happened in the past when he became drunk. This illusion come up and then forget. And then he's trying to enjoy again, then he became drunk again, and then, he's suffering. The day after he wake up and again, headache and problem and this and that. It works like this, just to give common example. It's going on, but it's for everything. So this is how it works, this moha. Prabhupada say, this is moha, illusion. He went again in the illusion, Bharat Maharaj, that, this deer, someone has to take care. Poor. He remained alone. The mother has been killed by the tiger. I have to take care. This is an illusion. Krishna take care of everyone. So we have to be careful, because Maya is very, very, very powerful. Once Srila Prabhupada was invited to go visit one very rich family, and in India. And before entering, some disciples was accompanying Prabhupada. And then before to enter, he said, now we have really to pray Krishna to protect us, because Maya here is very strong. We have to be careful. Always pray Krishna, take shelter, because Maya can be very strong. Even in London, when he was guest in the house of John Lennon, Prabhupada didn't like the environment. There was so many pictures on the wall with naked women and men, and this was the time. of hippies. And can you imagine Prabhupada was there as a sannyasi, such an environment, and he told to the devotees, this is not a good place for me to stay. Yeah. We should not play to be transcendental, so transcendental, no? Because we are not. Huh? We are not even in the level of Bharat Maharaj. You say, yeah, we are devotees. No. So it is a great teaching, this. And of course, sometimes arise this point of discussion amongst the devotees, yeah, but animals, they are also spirit souls. They also can get benefit by associating with the devotees. What is wrong, with Bharat Maharaj? He was taking care of this deer. Yeah, but we have to see the result. What's happening? He lost, due to this moha, to this illusion, he lost his path. Huh? We are supposed to become more attached to Krishna. Advancement in spiritual life is measured how? How much more we become attached to Krishna, and then it will become naturally that we become detached to Maya. So, we look in the way to develop attachment for Krishna. And as very nicely Krishna Premarupa Prabhu explained yesterday, if we develop attachment for the Lord, then it's naturally that we become detached from other things. It's not our path, our way to, it's called the philosophy neti. You exclude this, you become detached from this, and then from that, and then from that, and then finally, one day we will be detached from everything. It doesn't work like this. The Bhakti Yoga, we need to develop attachment for Krishna, and then naturally we will be detachment from other things. And attachment to Krishna means to become his servant. By serving Krishna, we become attached to Krishna. And how we serve Krishna? When we are serving his representative, when we are serving the spiritual master, and the spiritual master, he teaches us to serve the devotees. And the devotees, they teach us to serve the conditioned souls. Jiva Daya, to develop mercy and compassion to the conditioned souls. Then one can say, yeah, also the deer is a conditioned soul. Yeah? But there is a difference. No? They are in a different consciousness. Animals, they are in a different consciousness. We cannot put on the same platform of human beings. Otherwise, then someone can say, yeah, we have seen Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the forest of Jarikanda. He was dancing with the deers, but he was dancing also with the elephant and with the tigers. No? So he showed mercy to everyone. We should be like this. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But at our stage we are making difference. No? Maybe one deer we can go and try to embrace, but we will go to embrace one tiger? Some of you? You are ready to embrace one tiger?
I'm ready.
You're ready. Really? You know what will happen. You know what will happen. You know what will happen? Yeah. She will eat up you. And then? What is the result?
Well, you say that he eat me. You know that he eat me?
Yes. Because this is the nature of the tiger.
I have my realization.
Yeah.
You cannot speak about me.
For sure. The tiger will eat up you. No, Prabhupada said we should use common sense. As I said before, Prabhupada teaches us, we should fear Maya.
But Krishna all time be tested to power.
Yeah. Krishna is testing also your intelligence. Lord Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Shishi Gauranitai ki jai. He's testing our intelligence. And the intelligence comes from Krishna, actually. Now, we should not play the game that, I am fully surrendered to Krishna. Atmani Vedanam, it came later on. First, we have to practice very nicely the other process. Then we can surrender completely to Krishna. We should never play the game that, I am totally surrendered. If a tiger come in, it will just be, Krishna will protect me.
Why not? If you have knowledge.
Why you are, okay, now I don't want to go to political story. Why you are here, okay, let's go. We can speak later on about this point. No, otherwise it become a political class. No, this is the point, that we should fear. And Lord Chaitanya showed this, and also great devotee, they show this, how we can help even the animals. They can raise their consciousness and become even devotees. There is this nice story of Rasikananda. You know Rasikananda Deva? He was a disciple of Shamananda Pandit. Shamananda was a great devotee. Together with Narottam Das Thakur and Srinivasacharya, they were the second generation of Sankirtan devotee. We know that the first Sankirtan devotee in the movement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were Haridas Thakur and Nityananda, exactly. And then the second generation was Shamananda, Srinivasacharya and Narottam Das Thakur. Yeah. And Shamananda Pandit has one disciple, great disciple, Rasikananda Deva is called. And he was such a preacher. Everyone who come in contact with him, they develop Krishna consciousness. It was so powerful. Not only in the philosophy, but it was so pure and so, he was convincing everyone. And one day he came to one village in India, in Bengal, and then the people, they were running away because one mad elephant came on the street. And this mad elephant was, running, and the people have to run away, otherwise when elephant, they become mad. You cannot control anymore. Maybe you. Maybe. And then at a certain point, Rasikananda was there and he didn't move from the street. And people say, run away, run away. Mercy is coming from the altar. Hare Hare Krishna. And he was not running away. And the elephant was coming near to him, but he was chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Like probably you will do. And then the elephant came, and then when he arrived in front of Rasikananda Deva, he fall on his knee like this, and he offered dandavat. He offered obeisance to him. And he cooled down completely. And there were so many were witnessing this pastime, and they wrote books about this. And then he initiated the elephant. Yeah, and if I properly remember, the name was Gopal. And they used to put him a big tilak. And then he was serving the devotee in an amazing way. Because to be devotee, to be initiated means, you do some service for the devotee, otherwise where is the initiation? You initiate someone to what? to be engaged in the service of the devotee, that they are serving the Guru, that is serving the Paramparad, and finally servant of Srimati Radharani that serve Krishna. This service is going up to Krishna. This is the way how we can serve. No? And when devotees they were doing kirtans, they were doing ecstatic kirtans for hours, and they were sweating and sweating like anything. Especially in India, can be warm and. So he was taking water, fresh water, and then sprinkling to the devotee. So this was his service. And the devotee, they were cooling, wow. It's not like in Ratha Yatra, sometimes we are sweating, chanting, and then the cloud just pour little rain, just little. And the devotee, they enjoy this and they go on to do the kirtan. Yeah. You have noticed, no? Sometimes in the kirtans, devotees, they are dancing like mad and then start to sweat, and then everything becomes so warm. Once, many years ago, I remember I went to the farm in Germany, in Shinga. How is it called? Singachalam, yes. Because they changed the name, before it was different. Singachalam. And it was winter, and when I arrived on this street that you see already the farm, I saw so much smoke coming up from the house. I was thinking, what's going on? Something is burning. And more I was going near, and more I saw the smoke. And then when I arrived, and I see the windows from the temple room, so much smoke was coming out. I said, wow, there's fire in the temple. But there was no devotee around, nothing. And then I hear a roaring kirtan going on, very loud, and the windows was open. Maybe they didn't realize that there is fire, I went in, there was not fire. This was just the sweating of the devotee. It created this warm with the cold, the windows was open, and it looked like smoke. The famous kirtan. Yeah. This is a nice story. Then we know also the dog of Shivananda Sena. They say the dog of Shivananda Sena. It was not his dog, but he was concerned about this dog. The devotee used to go regularly every year from Navadvip to Jagannath Puri to see the Lord as Lord Jagannath, but also to meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Shivananda Sena was always organizing the trip. He was organizing, they were walking from Navadvip to Jagannath Puri, is a big trip. And he was organizing all the places where they stop, the prasadam, and the path how to go. And at certain point, one dog joined the group. And he was following the devotee. And then Shivananda Sena told to the devotee, we should feed this dog. You want to stay with us? We should feed it in prasad. And they were giving prasad regularly every day. And the dog was following always the devotees. Every day. And one day, the dog didn't show up anymore. And then Shivananda Sena asked the devotee, did you feed yesterday the dog? He said, no, actually we forgot. And then he chastised them. I told you to feed the dog. He was concerned. And anyway, then they went to Jagannath Puri, and when they arrived there, they saw that the dog was already there. And he was there, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there with some devotee, and the dog was there. And if I properly exactly remember, I don't know if he was sitting among Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or something. Some prasad, and then he was sitting, and he threw to the dog something, and the dog ate it, and he left the body, and he went back to the spiritual world. So this is an incredible story, and there are many more stories. Then say, these are old stories, maybe we don't know if they are true or they are not true. But in Vrindavan, I have seen that at certain point, I don't know how many years ago, there was a dog that used to come every day to the temple at the time for Mangalarti. And because he was coming every day, he's not allowed to go in the temple. But the chokidar, this means the guard of the temple, there is one who is in charge, he's called chokidar. He let always open the door, to go in the temple there is a door. He let open the door, and the dog was not going inside, but he was waiting there on the door till they were opening the curtains. And then when they went open the curtains, the dog was paying obeisances and stay one moment, and then he was leaving. And every day coming for Mangalarti to pay his obeisances. This is an incredible story. Yeah, definitely. There are souls, and especially in Vrindavana we know that, even the animals, they are special souls. Often they are devotees or yogis or spiritualists that they came to Vrindavan for their last life in this material world. They are living as an animal in Vrindavan, and they leave the body and they go back to Krishna. Or they go perform the pastime with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu somewhere. But as I said before, we should not become sentimental. Here Bharat Maharaj becomes sentimental. He developed material sentiments. We are not against sentiment. Bhakti Yoga is based on sentiment, but they are spiritual sentiments. And at least at my level, it's not so easy to find. Maybe at you or not, but it's not so easy to find where they are spiritual sentiment or still material sentiments. They are so subtle. And often we can see also devotee, in the name of sentiments, they develop again material sentiments. And then they go through what we have seen before. Dhyato vishayam punsha sangateshu prajayate sangat sanjayate kamat krodha vijayate. And then come this moha, this illusion again. And then what brings? To fall again in the path of material life. We have seen, unfortunately, how it happened. So we have to be careful, not to, in the name of transcendentalism or in the name of, we should develop compassion and mercy to all living entities, and then I become attached to a dog, or I become attached, to other things. Prabhupada clearly say, if you don't serve God, you will serve dog. And unfortunately, I have seen this. I have seen devotees and now they are serving dogs. Picking up the stool, cleaning. Anyway. So it's 8:30. I end in a very drastic way. But now we have to be careful. Here, this teaching of Bharat Maharaj, they are very deep. And if we study properly, they will be teachings for us and will be so helpful to not go to the same mistakes. All these great devotees, they did so-called mistakes because they are part of the pastimes of the Lord. So they are used to make mistakes in order that we are learning something from them. As I say, when we are reading this, the tendency is to laugh, What's this Bharat Maharaj, is developing such attachment for a deer, and the expressing here this, the deer is exactly like a prince. When will it return? When will it again display its personal activity, which are so pleasing? When will it again pacify a wandered heart like mine? Make laugh. But actually, we have to be careful. because it can come easily like this also for us. Okay, I'm ending here. I think there is no time for question. It's already 8:31. Okay? Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam Grantaraja ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari 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 Bol. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Die Kollegin hat Klasse gehabt vorgestern. Gestern ist sie zwischen vorgestern her.
Ich glaube.
Nein, stimmt nicht. Am Samstag. Nein,
Aber ist es am Samstag gewesen, oder?
ich weiß es nicht.
Weil dort haben die Wochen nicht alleine so und so. Und das ist auch noch ein bisschen. Aber jetzt ist es viel Leute und es ist weniger Rutschen. Und haben vorher auch kurz so Glas gemacht, das ist gut.
Ich bin mal auf Seite gekommen.
Ja, gut.
Das ist.
Meine Baby das und wir haben ja da auf YouTube jetzt die ganze Zeit Abend-Lectures und auch zwischen ihnen haben sie aber so Lectures, so überschaltet.
Ja.
Also wenn man die behalten, also es ist einfach immer so.
Hast du ungefähr gedruckt bei denen? Hast du ungefähr gedruckt bei denen?
Nein, das ist automatisch.
Ja,
Ich lösche die immer so, aber die können nicht.
Ich habe das nicht gesehen, Morgen.
Das Stream ist schon gut. Man muss es nicht lachen.
Und
Ja.
auch, es ist mega lang, es ist immer etwa 1-2 Stunden am Tag. Es ist einfach.
Aber wenn jetzt irgendwer etwas eingestellt, ich habe es nicht gemacht, ich habe es halbwegs. Also
Und
du
auch bei
kannst,
den anderen Lectures, also die werden dann auch nicht so lang streamen.
was du machst, jetzt sagen, die anderen, die ich zumindest nicht habe, die wir sie abstellen. Und sonst läuft es, eigentlich habe ich auch schon gesagt, ich sage uns nochmal, dass es bitte einstellt, dass es am, sagen wir, nicht so ausgeht. Und verfolgt. Ja, automatisch das Stream ändern. Weil eben, wenn es im Arbeit fertig ist, muss es rausgehen, sonst hat
Viertel vor.
ich auch gesagt, ja, no, ist gut. Ich sage es nochmal schön.
Okay, und auch
Das
das
gerade wo ein Jahr stattfindet.
Ich muss
Das
nicht.
ist wichtig, gell,
Ja,
klar.
du kannst sonst die einfach von anderen löschen, ist das gut. Jeder Schuss noch machen.
Also irgendwas passiert nicht.
Genau, aber auch die bis jetzt sind, ich sage es nicht.
Yeah, we don't see any more big classes. Collection. We don't see any more big classes. I don't know if it's only mine. I can see only the classes that have been given by Sashinanda Maharaj, Vishnu Maharaj. It's all things. I cannot see names and probably mine.
Yeah, I mean, if we go to YouTube.
No, if I go into my profile,
Yeah, with my TV, I don't know, but I usually do the YouTube channel.
okay. So we go by YouTube. Okay.
My TV, I don't know, I can ask either for Kula or Achik Bishop what to do.
Maybe we can ask. I can go also to YouTube. Maybe they choose, show every class and then just pick up some class.
Yeah, maybe in my person they just live stream and they don't put everything up because here they make like a system that it uploads everything.
Okay.
But maybe I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, before there was some months before they can go to YouTube.
I had a question. Actually, one to the related to the lecture, but also one that is more related. And
I stay in practice.
can I start?
No, you can stay in as you feel.
Okay. So the first question is to the lecture. You were mentioning how the animals are actually different. Like usually their consciousness is not so elevated, but often we go out and we preach in that sense out of compassion, and then we get attracted by people. That's reversing.
It seems most that is not. There was one problem saying, because like in the devotion asking if we should chant our Krishna's to the animals. So yeah, can be helpful for their consciousness. It's not that they can rise immediately like women. They are rising their consciousness more easily by simply chanting their name and taking the child. It's different consciousness. Due to their karma.
So do you know that?
Animals, they cannot use their free will. They cannot use their free will. It's there the free will, but they cannot use different kind of consciousness due to their karma. And of course, if they meet a pure devotee, he can go over these things. Because the pure devotee can conquer the mercy of Srimati Radharani Krishna. Yes.
What about the dog? Go to the temple and paying obeisances. I mean, you must have been aware or not?
Hey, it's a good question. Like sometimes we are reading, even now in the story of Bharat Maharaj, that he took, in the next life, he took a bird as a deer, due to that type of bird deer. But he could remember what he did before.
Yeah.
And we find many stories in Bhagavatam and other scripture where it is said that he take bird as an animal, but he could remember what he was doing before. But these are exceptional cases.
Yeah. This dog was also a very exceptional case, right?
This
So
dog
could be,
this
maybe.
could be, but really difficult like this.
Yeah.
For us,
Yeah.
to say, yes, it was. But we know, as I say, that many animals in Vrindavan, they are very advanced soul in the past that for some reason they got
Yeah.
birth as an animal.
Yeah.
The Prabhupada say you have to be careful to offend these animals.
My mentor even told that she met in Vrindavan a dog who was meditating. He was sitting there like in a perfect meditation.
Prabhupada also say they taught us that there are in Radhakunda. There are some tortoises that they are, they're living so long, hundreds of years. And he say, they were yogis in past life. And they're coming here, take birth. But anyway, they're always in the Radhakunda.
Why they come as turtles?
Anyways,
Didn't say. Yeah, to try to explain these things for us is just how do you say, pretension.
Yeah.
Prabhupada didn't explain why.
Okay.
Like, yeah, we can speculate. Sometimes it's good to share.
Yeah.
Speculate a little bit.
I don't have any
You cannot-
speculation on that.
We cannot come out with a statement. It's for
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
Very impressive.
participants are not so many.